Hello YouTube chess lovers and my friends, this is Gunjan here. Recently I'm trying Chigorin defense against Queen's Gambit, and I found out one very interesting trap exists in this line. So today I'm going to show you that trap. Okay, Queen's Gambit start with the move white plays d4 and black responds with the d5, and here white plays c4. Now the normal moves here for the black are the e6, which is the Queen's Gambit decline, and c6, which is the Slav defense, but the Chigorin defense start with knight to c6. Now you can see I have highlighted by the arrow over here. There are few options for the white, so white can play knight to f3, e3, or knight to c3. Well, against each of them I suggest you go through the Chigorin defense theory and learn how to play as a black. But here we are going to see one of the main line of the white, which is c cross d5. Of course here black will recapture the pawn, and now you can see the first merit of the black move order is these two pieces are attacking the d4 square. Now again here black has a 2 reply. If your opponent is going to play this move, which is e3, then again after e5 white is having a big difficulty, and again I suggest you go to the theory section. But our main trap line exists when white plays second move, which is knight to f3. Now against this the main theory goes with the move e5, but here I recommend a very cunning move, which is this one, bishop to g4. And now you can see two pieces are attacking the knight, and here very obvious response of the white will be first of all knight to c3, so kicking the queen. And here there's a one interesting move by the black, which is queen to e5. And now you can see two pieces are attacking the knight. If it has been allowed, then any moment black can cripple the white pawn, and that will be a set in the middle game. So very wisely, and I give you a guarantee that up till now whenever I reach this position, 90% of my opponent played this move, which is e3. And it's very logical, because now if black capture the knight, white will have a bishop pair and a good center. So here we will continue with the castling on the queen side, and after bishop to e2, which is unpinning the knight, black will continue with the knight to f6, and after castling on the king side by the white, black has a very fantastic move, which is e5. And now you can see if the knight capture the pawn, then black can simply capture the knight, and white cannot capture the knight because this pawn is pinned. So that's why here most logical reply by the white will be, and that has been suggested by the Fritz as well, which is to play this move, h3. And now you can see the first merit is it's attacking the bishop. Now many attacking maniac will sacrifice this bishop. So for example, a sample line can goes like this. So black can play this move, bishop cross h3, but after g cross h3, queen cross h3, white has this move, which is knight to g5. And as far as I can see, it's not only attacking the queen, but it's also attacking the f7 square. And the main drawback is now this knight will never come to the g4 square, and if white play accurately, black attack will not crash through and black will be a piece down. So instead of this move, there is a very cunning move order exists for the black. I give you a few seconds. Can you find a very amazing move over here? Okay, the move is e cross d4, and at first sight it looks like it's not possible, because not only white can capture our bishop, but now it's also attacking our queen. But here comes a very good reply by the black, which is knight to g4. Now first of all, you can see this pawn is attacking the knight, and once this pawn moves, it will be a discover attack to the queen. So here there are few replies for the white, and let's have a look each by turn. So for example, let's take the worst one first. So if white capture this pawn, then black can capture this pawn, and as far as I can see, this is almost a lost position for the white. So here if white will go out of the discovery, so for example white play queen to e4, then after knight captures f3 with a check, any piece capture, for example bishop captures, then this leads to the mate. So that is not playable, and let's say if white wants to save the mate, bishop to f4, which stopping the mate, but after knight cross f3, bishop cross f3 and rook takes d1, rook a cross d1 and bishop to d6, I don't think so it's enough compensation for the white, and black will have a very easy game from here onwards. So e cross d4 is a big blunder by the white. Now let's have a look with the other option where white will unpin the pawn and give the piece back. So for example, white can play this move, which is queen to a4. Well, against this we can play this move, which is, first of all, we'll capture the piece, and very logical reply by the white will be this move, which is bishop to b5. And now you can see two pieces are attacking the knight, and fortunately black has a very wonderful move, which is bishop to d6, and now you can see three pieces are attacking. And if white foolishly grab the knight, so for example bishop cross c6, then that leads to winning position for the black. So a simple line run like this: so bishop check, and after king to h1 we have rook to d6, and now you can see the idea is very simple. Rook wants to swing across to h6 and then mate the white king at h1. If white stop that by playing this move, which is e4, then black can simply play bishop to f4. Now it's giving a check to the white king, and after king to g1 black can play h6, and now you can see white is hard pressed to stop the mate. And if white capture this pawn, then we can just park our king in the corner and no more checks there. So very obviously white cannot capture the knight, and that means that leads to the only reply, which is rook to e1. So at least white king can come out. But in one of my game my opponent played like this, and I played knight to e5. So now you can see attacking the knight, and here I think the most appropriate move of the white will be bishop to e2. Well, even in that case black will remain at least one pawn up and attack to boot. But in my game one of my opponent played this move, which is queen cross a7, and he thought that he's checkmating me in the next move. But I give you a few seconds. Can you find a sequence which will finish the white? Okay, the sequence start with the move knight cross f3, and please note, if g cross f3, then that leads to the checkmate into queen h2 check, queen cross f2 mate. So that's not possible. So in the game my opponent played king to f1, and he thought that he is now in a very good position, but he completely overlooked this move, which is queen check. And now the only move left for the white is rook to e2. Afterwards, can you spot it? Yep, it's knight to h2 checkmate. Now let's have a look. It's the last move, which is what happens if at this position white knights will run away. So for example, knight to a4. Well, against this we have a very good reply. Start with the move knight to e5. So now you can see it's attacking the knight, and not only that, we have a sitting target on the h2. So if the knight moves, then white king will be mated at h2. And here the most logical reply by the white will be to first of all play rook to e1, so giving a space to the king, and afterwards we will certainly capture this pawn. So now you can see it's not only attacking the f2, but it also have a discovery to the queen. And here black play bishop cross e3, then after rook cross queen, rook cross rook, bishop to b5 attacking the rook, and after knight to c3 we will simply grab the knight, and after white recapture we will simply grab the bishop, and after white recapture we can play this move, which is knight cross f3, and after bishop cross f3 queen to a5. You can see all the white pawns are crippled, and there is not enough compensation here for the white. And here if the queen runs away, for example queen goes to either c2 or b3, let's say queen to c2, then black has a checkmate in 3. So it's a very good one. So first of all you grab this pawn, so it's attacking the king and the rook, and after king to f1 we have queen to h1 check, and the only move left is knight comes in between, but afterwards white king will be checkmate. So This is one of the very good trap exist in the Chigorin defense, and up till now I have 6 to 7 victims. Well, best of luck for playing this trap in one of your own game, and feel free to comment on my video. I'll meet you soon.